large crowd, and we certainly did have one tonight. I have the privilege to welcome you to our annual All Sports Banquet. This is something that we've done for a long number of years. The All Sports Banquet is something that's been extremely popular at this school. And I think it goes back to the success that we've had in athletics. And I know all of you look forward to it each year. When we come here to honor our student athletes and our support groups that we have. Before I go too far tonight and miss some things that I should do, I'd like to recognize some people that have worked tonight to put this banquet on. If you look around at the decorations that we have, the big tiger head here on the side was made by Gabriel Sullivan. We'd like to thank Gabriel for that. I've had other individuals, Ms. Belinda Stampley, Ms. Susie Harper, Ms. Audrey Russell in the business department, Ms. Kathy Harbin on decorations. I'd certainly like to thank all of these people for their efforts here tonight in preparing for this. I'd also like to thank the lunchroom staff of the elementary for preparing the meal. Briefly, I would like to express my appreciation to several different groups. First of all, the Boots Club members. They've done a great job for us for many years. They have fundraising activities that keep us going. Under the leadership of Mr. Ricky Allen, they've done another good job this year, and we certainly appreciate them. A special group of people to me that I'd like to mention, and that is, would be the parents of these student athletes. We require so much out of our athletes, so much time spent, so much discipline to participate, and we could not do that without the support of our parents. And we have some of the best parents in the world here, and we certainly appreciate you, and we hope that your sons or daughters have received some things out of athletics at this school that will carry over into later life and make them more successful. Another group or two I'd like to mention. I'd like to thank the teachers at Oak Grove High School for their efforts during the year in putting on the athletic program. Mention the law enforcement officials and the EMT personnel. We thank you for your efforts, and it would be awfully hard to have athletic events without your help. I just might mention that this year we've had another great year in athletics. If you stop and think just a little bit, I know our coaches are going to get into that. And we've grown to expect success so much at this school that we've changed our level of thinking from district championships to state championships. And sometimes if you don't quite achieve that, you may feel a little let down. But I'm here to say tonight that we're extremely proud of the athletic endeavors that we have here and the accomplishments that they've made. I have just a few group of students I'd like to recognize tonight. I'd like for these students to come forward, please. If you can get out, I hope you can. Josh Bradley, Matt Fortenberry, Brad Nix, Trey Oak, Paul Collins, Stephen Ritchie, Jay Kelly, and Sarah Wicker, one girl on the street. If you read the paper today, you probably already know what this group has done. I get the pleasure of recognizing students in the academic areas, and I just want to mention the fact here that Josh, Matt, Brad, Trey, Paul, and Stephen all made Class A academic All-State. Two of them. This is the largest group that we've ever had make our academic All-State. Two of the student athletes, Josh and Brad made composite All-State, which is based on all the classes put together. So that's in football, and then we got on into basketball, and we had 3 students make composite All-State in academic All-State in basketball. Josh, Brad, and Jay. We're the only school in Louisiana to have that honor, and we appreciate it, young men. That's right. Not to slight Sarah. Sarah was named honorable mention to the Class A girls All-State team. Before you sit down, I might add this. Josh and Brad received their plaque from the LHSAA earlier in the year. Josh, Brad, and Jay will be receiving a very nice plaque from the High School Athletic Association. And we do have certificates here for the Class A academic All-Staters in football. We've not received the others. So if you would come forward, Josh, Stephen, Paul, and Trey. Brad and Matt. I'd just like to say you set some high standards for the future, and I look forward to the day when we can match this again. Congratulations. This time, Ms. Diane French has some awards she would like to present.
We began the 1993 season with 34 Tigers. But along the way, we lost a couple. Some moved away, and some decided that that's not what they wanted to do. One particular night, I thought I lost another one. I had miscounted when we got off the bus, somehow or another. I went to count up at halftime, and it had been raining, and girls were everywhere, and I had lost girls somewhere. So for about 30 minutes, I was in sheer panic, trying to find some little girl that didn't exist. I'm proud that all my girls made it safely through. I thought I was going to lose. Elizabeth Rawls a couple times as the running through. She'd be looking back, see who was coming through, and those football players came through, and there was Elizabeth right out in the middle sometimes. But she made it too. We did have a really enjoyable and successful year, I think. No lives were lost, and I came through with my fantasy, so I think that's all right. At this particular time, I did have several people that I'd like to thank. I had several mothers who were brave enough to make the trip with us several times, and it takes a lot of patience and guts to get on that bus with 30-something girls screaming and hollering and going 200 or 300 miles. I think the trip back from West St. John, we got back at 3:30 in the morning. I'd like to thank Clem Matthews and Marilyn Wilson for driving the bus for us last year for free. You don't get many people that volunteer to do that, especially for free. I'd like to thank the girls for all their hard work and for not complaining on the long bus trips that we had to take. But most of all, I'd like to thank the football team because we wouldn't be here if it was not for them. At this time, I'd like to make some special presentations. I'd like to honor my captain, which is Melissa Kennedy, and my co-captain, Leah Harper. If you two girls are here, if you come forward, I have something for you. Either one of them are here. I guess I get to take those little trophies home now. The new captain for next year will be Leah Harper, and my co-captain will be Sonia Johnson. Is Sonia here? Well, let's give these girls a hand. Y'all can tell them about it. Thank you, Coach Davis, for your glasses.
If we can get this donkey down the aisle, we'll have the tiger kick in the morning. That's a pretty tight aisle to find it up.
Well, Diane was, had asked me to pray for her while she spoke, so she's praying for me too. I need her. These were the best of times, these were the worst of times. It's been said that there's a fine line between love and hate and insanity and insanity. And a lot of you probably would say that come out here and practice for 30 to 40 hours to do a 1-minute dance, borders on insanity. And, I guess I probably agree with you to an extent, but to be sure, there's a lot of pain and agony involved in getting ready to do a 1 or 2 minute dance on the football field. You don't believe just ask these tired kids that can go. All the pain and agony that goes into it, though, all is involved. When they mark out on the field, and they perform a precision dance for 1 to 2 minutes. And the audience rewards them with their applause. And they know that the crowd loves what they did. And all the torture that they put themselves through was worth it. Torture. Now that's a word that a tired kid understands. Torture, and there's a big D word. Demerit. They know that word too. Then there's the weight room. The weight room is where you go to build good bodies, right? Not to a tiger kitten. The tiger kitten, the weight room means those tattletale scales that tow 2 candy bars. Well, enough of the negatives. It really was a super great year for the 1992-93 Tiger Kittens. Starting with camp where the girls won the privilege of going to compete in the national competition in Orlando, Florida, it would just raise enough money to go. And that's where so many of you came in. Our parents came together and came up with fundraisers, and there is no way I can thank the parents of these Tiger Kittens enough, because they worked tirelessly and they planned all these fundraisers and they carried them out for us. And to thank all of you also for buying those state cover tickets, those chili cover tickets, those raffle tickets, and all of the things that you bought and spent your money on to help us raise that money. And we did raise the money and we did go. We had a wonderful time, and we thank all of you from the bottom of our hearts. The school and the community, friends, relatives, parents, all just supported us beyond our wildest dreams, and we really thank you all for it. But we did have a couple of people that went above and beyond what is normal in contributing to the cause of the Tiger Kittens. And at this time, I would like for Lena, our Tiger Kitten captain, to come and help me present awards to these two top contributors for our Tiger Kittens. And they are, is Mr. and Mrs. Red Ruffin here tonight? Okay, they have a niece who is also a Tiger Kitten. Amy, would you come and receive the award for Mr. and Mrs. Red Ruffin? And our second biggest contributor to Tiger Kitten this year was Mr. and Mrs. Doug Sell. And I believe they are here. Would you come forward and receive your award, please? this is yours. I can't read it. No, that's not your sister. And Heather Garrison, would you come and receive your cupcake? And just stay when you get here, pick out our other two veterans are April Berry and Amy Warren. Would you come up, please? And then our rookies, if you'll come up, please. Amanda Hayes, Tyler Butler, no. Jennifer Farrell, Felicia Gates, Lorna Turner, and Heather Smith. Now, I have two other special awards that I would like to give out, and one of them is to our Rookie of the Year, who is Felicia Gates. I want you to know that Felicia Gates attended all practices. She did not miss a single practice this year. And we had more practices. And Lorna Turner was our star dancer. She danced in Orlando on TV in the opening number. Now, we have some more awards that I'm going to wait until after this given out. All these girls are national championship finalists, and we have awards for that also. From the moment of my heart, I have thoroughly appreciated the opportunity to work with these girls, get to know them and love them, and I do love every one of them. And I would like to show them that tonight by giving them a special I love you for Mrs. Keith. 1994 Tiger Kids squad. Under the leadership of Ms. Diana McIntosh, the new dance team for next year will be, those returning from this year's squad will be Alicia Gates, captain, Jennifer Farrell, co-captain, and y'all stand and be recognized. Ms. McIntosh, would you stand, please? April Berry, Heather Smith, Tyler Butler, and the new rookies for this year are Kathy McIntosh, Courtney Collins, Stormy Meredith, Tiffany Dartlong, Erica Harper, and Shauna Sistrom. By the way, if you haven't got your state cover tickets yet, they are on sale now. And see one of these girls. It's going to be May 27th, I believe. Thank you. Okay, well, I'm back again. Although I told somebody at the beginning of the season that I was going to do this again, but in a weak moment, I'm doing it again. But I enjoy it. I really do. But every once in a while, I remember why I told him I wasn't to do this again. We had a really good year this year. We started out with 8 girls, but we ended up with 6. And I'd like for those girls to come up now, please. Molly Ackerman, Tara Cox, Annie Billy, Jessica Palmer, Toby Lancaster, and Courtney Courtney. Okay. We ended the year with a really good group of 6 girls, and I know we hate to see the season end. I like to see football teams go as far as they can, but we have to really admit that we run out of ideas for those pep rallies every once in a while, and when the season's end, it's like, yes, no more pep rallies. But we enjoy doing them anyway. We're going to lose one senior this week. Where's Kim? Kim Brown, I'm sorry. Kim, how are you? Kim always comes along. And Kim's our mascot. We're losing 2 members really this year. Molly is our senior cheerleader. We're going to lose our mascot this year. We found a replacement for her already. The girls would like to give you a little special gift. And then we have a little something for April. And we'll start the year out again with 8 members, and we have 4 new members. I'd like to recognize them now. Stephanie O'Neill. Will you stand? Candace Denham. Meredith Hawthorne. And who else? Amanda Hayes. I took pictures. And I'm glad to know that we'll have another good season of Acton Girls. spot. We have picked up a new mascot, it's Cody Sanderson. Cody?
I just want, you in just a second, I just want you to know how close knit we are. Coach Harris seemed to lost his notes for what he was going to say, and Mr. Herman picked it up and has been holding it for him while Coach Harris down here trying to swallow something. Coach Harris, come on, man.
Darts people we like to think before we get to the girls and recognize them, and that is parents. There's a lot of time and effort that goes in from your standpoint to get these girls to practice and get them almost one big blue down playing softball, and I'd like to just take a moment to tell you I really appreciate it. Thank you for that. I would like to say a thank you to Oak Grove High School, Mr. Gamble. Spring sports is not a revenue-generating activity. It's an activity that costs this school money. And with Mr. Gamble here at Trumbull, we always run a top-flight program, and money is never an obstacle for us going out and do the best we can. There are 5 girls I'd like to stand at this time. Those are Christy Murray, Beth Russell, Molly Ackerman, Wendy Hayden, and Courtney Bradley. These girls from our 93 Lady Tiger softball team were just recently selected by the other coaches of our district to be all district selected this year. For the past 2 years, our girls, prior to this year, have been district champions and have also qualified for the state tournament. Big kind of was getting after me early in the year when we passed out our schedules, because on our schedules I give our players are also our team goals. Our team goals are always to be district champions, qualify for the state tournament, and compete for the state championship. This year, we lost several outstanding players last year, but our goals did not change. We were not as successful as we would like to be in the postseason play, but we did win our district undefeated once again, and we have some girls that gave us some outstanding performances for us to do that, and I'd like to recognize them tonight. If you were just around school, around the gym, the first 2 or 3 days after our loss in postseason play, I was a little hard to get along with, and if you had ever asked me, what happened, and I'd launch into about a 30 to 100 minute deal, telling you play by play, how we lost, and all that kind of stuff. And that went on for about a week, and the only way I could finally get over that was I started thinking about next year. Started getting everything in place for next year, and the first award I'd like to give tonight is the undergraduate award. When you start thinking about building a ball club for the coming year, you always have to have a good shortstop. I asked the young lady this year to change positions to move the shortstop. It's a very difficult position to play. She moved in there, did an excellent job. I'm not very vocal, I'm real quiet and everything, Make mistakes, don't hear about it very much. And she stepped in there and did an outstanding job, selected all districts by the other coaches. This time I'd like to recognize Christy Murray, our undergraduate girl. The next award we'd like to give tonight is the most improved. I might ask you, because probably no one in here has ever tried it even, go home, find you a softball, and try to win me a pitch. It's a very, very difficult thing to master. And we had a young lady who stepped in, started on the high school level for us last year as an 8th grader. And we made some state tournament with her as a pitcher, but she was a slingshot pitcher, and I thought once we make the next step and compete for the state championship, that we had to go to the fast pitch. So I asked her during the off-season to do that. And we got her some additional help. She worked extremely hard as a 9th grader. She was undefeated in district this year, did an outstanding job, and we have this young lady for 3 more years, and I'm sure proud of that. Beth Rose, come on up. The next award we'd like to give tonight is the Senior Award. And this goes to a senior on our ball club. It's a difficult thing for a senior to be a part of the ball club, to want to be a part, to contribute, to work so hard. And the lady we're going to recognize tonight was not a starter on our ball club, but she was a contributor to our ball club. She always came to practice with a good attitude. The girls enjoyed being around her, being a part of the team, and I enjoyed her being a part of the team. And I wouldn't have had it any other way. Samantha, Fred? Our next award tonight is for the best defensive player on our team. Whether it's baseball or softball, you must be strong enough to do it. And the old adage that speed kills is very appropriate for baseball and softball. To have that person in the outfield really go get it, it's a difference in winning close ball games and getting beat. We had a young lady in center field with us this year, Molly Exler, that's really truly blessed with great speed. She has a fine arm. And we missed Molly down during her sophomore year. We had her freshman and visitors on when she came back. Did an outstanding job for us, selected all district by the coaches. I'd like to recognize her tonight as our best defensive player. The next young lady I'd like to recognize tonight, when you start, when you lose 3 or 4 all district type players, you start looking at the next year and what you think of, what girls have to really come through for you to step up and play to the next level so you can be successful. I began to look at those people last year. We had a young lady on our team that had started, played the infield for us last year, had a real strong arm, was really third base with her position. And I looked at her being a good outfielder because she had such a strong arm and good offensive player. And I thought, well, if she could really step up, she is so physically strong that I knew that home runs down the park and all was very much within her capabilities. And she stepped up. She came through our big district ball games with Delta and won our district. She hit the ball down the park, kind of broke the game open for us. She was that power hitter that batted behind Courtney, where people had to pitch to her son this year, and we sure are going to miss Wendy Hagan, our best. me to talk about this young lady right here because she's been such an integral part of the success of the Lady Tiger softball ever since I've had the team. This is the third year that I've coached the team. This young lady started for me as a sophomore, has been the lead hitter on our team for 3 years, developed into a really fine defensive ball player. She has had respect from all the coaches, from all the teams that we played. Mr. Jimmy came up to the gym one day, we were going to make a national tournament. He said, Coach, I need to talk to you about something. And I said, yeah, I was. And Jimmy, he said, well, you big white-headed catchers are on the couch sick. And I was kind of waiting for the punchline, you know. I had a place on there, and I didn't believe I went around there. Sure enough, she was there. But we showed up at the tournament, I'm standing around, and they always have a real strong tournament. Shooter won that tournament this year. They were the runner-up in Class A, and good ones. The shooter's coach was standing there beside me. We didn't play, but Jimmy was playing that night after night. She stood around, she watched them one little bit, she kind of there, she talked, and I knew she was going to ask me something. And then she said, I'll take this money and picture it. She wasn't saying last year, what? I said, no, I broke my heart to Baton Rouge, but I'm never going anywhere without her. And Courtney, I want you to come up here because we want to honor you, baby, as the MVP of our team. And she was also a unanimous selection MVP of our district.
I was listening to some of those who went before me, and I had a little flashback. I heard Chris talking about being borderline insane to take a job like, the Tiger sponsor. And I heard Miss Piper come along and talk about having weak moments. And I had a flashback to 1963 when I left the aerospace industry to come to Louisiana and teach school. It was, as far as I remember, it was a 60-something% cut in salary. And I'm working it out on my slide rule, making sure I've got this all figured out. And I made up my mind I was going to do it, and I had told the school board that I would come back to Louisiana and teach school, and everything was worked out. And so I was going to give my boss a 2-week notice. Well, 3 weeks before I left, he came by my desk and he said, oh, by the way, I got you a little raise. $1,000 a year raise. I mean, that was a lot of money in those days. That's a lot of money in this day. And then I really questioned my sanity. But I want you to know that when I got to Louisiana, everything was made right. I was given $400 a year to coach football and boys basketball. And that put everything into its proper perspective. And some of my former football players are here tonight. I'm not going to give any initials, but I'm going to give you the name. Kenneth Fred. Now you know I'm insane. And just to go ahead and make it a fact, I thought I had retired from coaching back in 19, whatever it was, and they ran out of basketball coaches, and so they asked me if I could coach the girls. Now you can print it. I'm insane. No, I can't really say that. We really had a good time. Been down through the years coaching. It doesn't make a difference whether it's football or baseball or boys basketball. girls basketball. It's always a joy to work with young people. And it's a double joy since my wife gets to work with me, with the girls. I'd like to introduce my assistant coach tonight, Banquet. She made me promise that I'd introduce her. She is the red Arback of the girls basketball brain trust. We had an exciting year, and it was a good year. Our record wasn't as good as it had been the year before, or the year before that. We were coming behind a team that was 27-2, and we only had one returning starter this year. Had a whole lot of inexperience, and we were real rough around the edges at the beginning of the year, and we weren't expected to do a whole lot, but the girls came through for us. I want to know these girls have a lot of heart. And they wound up winning 2 tournaments. They wound up with a record of 22-5, and they made it to the second round of the playoffs. And I'd like to introduce these girls and let you take a look at them. Christy Roban, Christy Murray, what are you saying? Shamika Burrow, Tara Cox, Jennifer Kelly, Keisha Rogers, Jennifer Turner, Andy Philly, Beth Russell, Chad Meyer, Wendy Ward, Sarah Wicker, Courtney Bradley, and Tony Brown. And we had 4 JV girls, Stephanie O'Neill, Amanda West, Elizabeth Rawls, and Amy Grubbs. 3 managers, Samantha Fred, Jenny Chapman, and Dana Button. One thing I learned about these girls, they have a lot of heart. They don't like to lose. And there was a time there when they were accused this year of being overachievers. But they just don't know the heart of these girls. They just don't like to lose. That's the bottom line. And they're going to play hard and do whatever it takes to win. I enjoyed working with them this year. It was a challenge. But we had a good year. First award I want to give this tonight is what I call my 6th man award. And I learned early in coaching that if you don't have a bench, you're not going to go very far anyway. Fortunately, we've had 2 or 3 girls this year that come off the bench and give us some help. But this one girl came off the bench, she did an excellent job for us. She played real good defense, she rebounded real good. And she really came through in a couple games for us. She got enough playing time at district level where she was recognized as honorable mention all district. And one good thing about it, she's going to be back next year. Andy Philly, our 6th man. The next award is the undergraduate award, and it goes to a girl this year who started every game for us. She was our 3rd leading scorer. She made honorable mention all district. And one thing I like about this gal, she's got 2 more years. Jennifer Kelly. Believe it or not, I coached her daddy back in the old days. The next one goes to a senior. It's our senior award. She wasn't the most valuable player, but she was the most important person. She was our manager. She played on the team year before last, I think it was 2 years. This year she decided she wouldn't play. But when it got time to start basketball practice in the fall, she couldn't stand it. She wanted to be part of things. So she came to me and asked me if she could help us and be our manager. And I'm glad that she did. She kept things going for us. She did a lot of things that you just don't see. She kept shot charts, stats, percentages. She charted the opponents for us. She called in the results of the games to the newspaper. She washed uniforms. She drove the bus, sold popcorn. She did everything. And I'm going to really miss her next year. Samantha, Fred. Have another senior award. This goes to a young lady who started some games for us this year. She came off the big some. She worked hard. She was a coach's joy. She would try to do anything you asked her to do. She had some mighty big buckets coming off the bench this year. In fact, in the playoff for who would represent the district as the first place team between us and Delta, who came out co-champions this year, she came in one of the 4 overtimes and scored a big bucket. And if she hadn't scored that bucket, we would have been the number 2 team in the district instead of number 1. She's a quality act. She's already been recognized as being an academic honorable mention All-State. We're going to miss you, Sarah. Sarah Rick. The next award is our Most Improved Award, and it goes to a young lady that I call the chairman of the bowlers. It's because she knew how to take care of business under the bowlers. She was also our leading rebounder. And let me tell you something. When this girl's rebounding, she's the prettiest girl in West Carroll Parish. But when she's not, she's just so tough. Last year she received our 6-man award. I'm just kidding for her. You're the prettiest gal in West Carroll Parish. This year she made all district for us, and we're very proud of her. We're going to miss you next year, gal. Courtney Brand. Next was our defense award, and this girl seemed to be at the right place at the right time. Had a lot of steals, a lot of interceptions, a lot of deflected passes. She played on both ends of the floor. She was our second leading rebounder, our third leading rebounder, second leading scorer. She grabbed a lot of big rebounds for us, and she came through at the district level good enough to make all district this year. She's going to be a senior next year. And this year our defense award goes to Sarah Cox. Our offense award goes to a young lady who was our leading scorer this year. She was our best ball handler. She too played on both ends of the floor. She was one of our better defensive players as well, our second leading rebounder. She's a junior. Made all this year, and we're expecting a lot out of her next year. Our offensive award goes to Tony Brown. Our MVP goes to a young lady who was our undergraduate, received our undergraduate award last year. She was our only returning starter this year. And as a result of that, she felt a lot of pressure, especially early in the year while we were trying to grow up and get a little experience. But she really came through for us, especially early in the year, and made an honorable mention all district last year. This year, she made the district co-MVP, and she's our MVP as well, Chad Myers. not in, but I would like to recognize these girls as earning a jacket this year. Christy Murray, will you stand? Shanika Burrow, Jennifer Turner, Beth Russell, and Christy Robain, and Jeannie Chapman, one of our managers. We've already had our spring tryouts for next year's team, and we're kind of excited about it. We don't know what going up to AA is going to mean for us, but I can tell you this. If you come watch us, we're going to be competitive. Thank you very much.
Well, we're back here again, and we want to thank Mr. Morgan for all his dedication and hard work. Also, he's given, it's hard to live with us girls sometimes when he's always been around boys, just like Coach Henry. We appreciate it, Mr. Morgan.
Tell you what, Mr. Campbell was right when he started this thing out. There's a lot of people here. I'd like to start off by giving a few thanks. And I travel from 4 different schools, and it makes it hard when you're communicating with the weather and all that as far as the different ball clubs when you're playing, when you're not playing. Mr. Campbell and Ms. Bertha May, they helped me out a lot. Coach Davis helped me with my eligibility list. Driving a bus, and being a father. I had parents that drove us some games and helped me with the field and getting ready and all. With the inclement weather, we get out at Mr. Gary's under a building out there probably more than we get anywhere else. It's just endless. I know I'm leaving some people out. Parents just gave us all kinds of anything that we needed was there. For this year, I'd like for the 1993 baseball team to stand up as I introduce you. We'll just wait till the end. I had 5 seniors that were chosen on the all-district team. Jay Kelly, Brad Nix, Josh Bradley, Paul Pollard, and Stephen Richard. There were 2 sophomores that were chosen as honorable mention. Wesley Tullis and Brian Jr. I had 5 freshmen, Caleb Rawls, Jared Gates, Shane Ray, Nick Bolden, and Kyle Nix. My other sophomores are Marty French, Clint Harper, Trey McIntosh, Joel Sanchez. I had 1 junior, Jason Hurley, and Michael Tell. That is our 1993 baseball team. When you're coming off a state championship season, you got a lot of people back. There's high expectations. I think there were high expectations from our kids, as well as from me and parents and community. And we didn't accomplish the things that we set out to do, not all of them. But there were a lot of reasons. The weather did not cooperate. I think we took 3 days of live batting practice on the field. We took probably 4 or 5 days of ground balls outside. Any other day that it was dry enough, we were playing. It didn't seem to affect us defensively. We were solid. And it's just about any high school baseball team you can field year in and year out. But it kept us a little off sync offensively. Despite all the different obstacles that we had to face, we still went 13-5. We played in the finals of the St. Joe tournament. We lost 2-1. We played in the next to the last day. We played Banquet. And it was a do or die situation where if you win, you finish tied for first. If you lose, you finish third, and you get to watch. And we ended up watching. About a week ago, I went to watch St. Edmunds play, and there's no difference between us and them. We just ended up in a tough district with very competitive teams. I'm going to start with the awards right now. I had a senior award. This is a young man that played left field in the first year, DH, pinch hit. He caught between innings, warming the pitcher up. He coached first base every ball game. He was there. And, he was a real positive influence. You didn't hear any static. That's Michael Seth. For our most improved player, this is a young man that had to fight some difficulties even last year and going into this year. He started the season off, and I think through the first 8 ball games, he was hitting .484, and the outs that he made were just line drives. He hit the ball hard. He could easily been hitting 750 with a little up. And he got the chicken pox. He was out for about 7 to 10 days there where he couldn't do anything, and then when he come back, it was kind of like a little hippie haircut deal. All the strength was gone. It took him about 2 weeks to recover after that, and he still managed to hit about 340. Stephen Ritchie. The next award is called most consistent, most dependable, whatever you want to call it. I think I had one player that did that probably better than anybody. Every game he was 1 for 3, 2 for 4. He made every play in the field except one. Made some big catches up in the St. Joe tournament. He caught a ball that we didn't think he'd get to, and he made 2 catches against City Creek. That probably saved the ball. This is Paul. Next award is the Best Defensive Player Award. And when you sit over in the dugout, you got a scout chart on the different hitters, and you're looking, and you're trying to get the catcher signal and where you want it. You got a man on first, and he's just going to go, and you're trying to decide where you're going to pitch it. You're trying to decide where he's going to hit it, and which man's going to cover the shortstop in the second. And I was usually looking at my chart, but my little defensive man here, he just about became a coach on the field when it needed to be done, and made a lot of decisions that helped me. It's Brad Nix. 12, 15, you know, but he did get his hits. When we beat Cedar Creek over there at Ruston, I walked over and talked to the coach, and his first remarks were, that Kelly kid, it's unbelievable that he boots us to death. I mean, he was 3 for 4 that day, but it was like that every day. It was 1 for 3, 2 for 4. He got his hits, and he worked at it. He started off struggling. I think at the end of the year, like 2 for 11. He went in the batting cage and ended up getting the job done. Jack Kelly. Our next award is the most valuable player. This young man played 4 different positions: left field, third base, pitch, and caught. It was a lot of ass stuff, and he come through in a lot of different situations. We ended up in the middle of the year moving to catcher, and he went back there. He caught last year, and it was like he never missed a lick. He dominated in several ball games out on the mound for us. He hit 354, and that's Josh Bradley.